Welcome back to Crusader Kings 3. Today we're going to be carrying on with our Kingdom of Ireland playthrough, and in recent episodes we finally took back some of the Welsh lands and gave it to this new insular Welsh guy. We managed to convert his faith to insularism, and we also married him off to our cousin here. So hopefully they can have some children and the line of succession will be looking strong there. However, we still have a pile of Wales to reclaim. I believe this guy will in fact accept vassalage soon. Yeah, we're really close to accepting low feudal obligations here at -2, so that should improve. And is again married to our cousin. However, the Danelaw do possess this land here, and they have many allies. In fact, if we go ahead and look at their allies, these guys seem kind of weak, but we do have 2,000 soldiers there, 2,000 there. We have 4,600. And we do have plenty of allies ourselves. In fact, already I think we outnumber them quite a bit. Oh wow, especially... Oh yeah, we have an alliance with the Northman army somehow. And there we go. Especially if we call on our house members, that should be okay. But let's go ahead and unpause. We're currently bankrupt, so we can't declare any wars right now. Once we get a little bit of gold, I think we're going to go to war with the Danelaw though. And we just got to pop up there. There we go. We can now declare wars. It looks like Grain can marry. Ah, my sister. The problem here is, yeah, only my cousin. There's not really any meaningful marriages we can get for her right now. And I just realized, let's go ahead and check our prisoners. We have plenty of prisoners. These guys are all in my dungeon though. I think we already filtered through this last episode. So let's go ahead and leave that. We can go ahead and declare war against the Danelaw now. We have all of our levies ready pretty much. And it is in the middle of summer. So I think now would be a good time to war. Let's go ahead and move this on the capital there. I think that would be a good place to launch. And we can probably only capture one county at a time, can't we? Let's go ahead and open up the declare war here. We could do a holy war for duchy. Sadly, we can't conquer a duchy. We could conquer a county. Let's see, if we do a holy war for duchy, we could get the Ealdom of Powys here. It's probably not how you say that. We could also get the Ealdom of Northumbria. But first, we want to recapture Wales. It's going to cost us 100 piety. And a lot of people can join this. We do have Sweden on our side. But, he is insular. Okay, so Sweden join, that could be cool. But they have these guys. You're not even Asatru. Interesting, but they would join. So I think we're going to go ahead and do that. Let's go ahead and declare the holy war for the Ealdom of Powys. There we go. We're finally declaring war on King Ivor of the Danelaw in this episode. We can call on our house members as well. So we do have Kent, who have another 1,200 soldiers. And then we also have the Countess of Dorset as well. She has another 600 soldiers. I will go ahead and call her as well. It's going to be a very big war, defining war, especially restoring the Welsh lands here. We could also call our allies into war here. Let's see, Sweden, maybe they could join. They're not currently in any wars themselves. We do have the spare prestige. In fact, I'm going to do that. And then we could also ask this guy to join the war as well. 150 prestige for 600 men though. I don't think that's worth it. So let's go ahead and do that. This actually looks all good. Prisoners can be ransomed, but we're not going to bother with that. So let's go ahead and raise the men. There we go. And it looks like we're going to have to raise 2 armies because we have so many. And there we go. Of course, I should join you in this war. Our foes shall learn to fear the men of Dorset. Excellent. She should probably put on some better armor though. And there we go. Sweden also joins us in the war here. That's nice to see. Let's go ahead and siege. We can siege both counties at the same time, which is looking nice. And there we go. Who is she to us? I'm not quite sure. She's part of our dynasty though, I believe. But Kent does join us in the war as well. Or part of our house, I should say. Some enemies also join the war. Let's go ahead and look at the number of soldiers. 11,700 to their 5,900. Hopefully our allies come in soon though. Otherwise we risk getting overwhelmed quite quickly. But we are going to hurry up and siege here, so it should be fine. And a champion has just arrived in our court. He's Welsh Norse though, and only 12 prowess. You can go packing. Not very interesting. One of our prisoner also dies. But first, Kathleen comes of age. Kathleen the second, I should say. I am proud to see my son no longer as a child, but as an adult. With sufficient tutelage, even a child that has displayed a little natural inclination towards warfare, such as Kathleen, can come to truly understand it. He has shown great aptitude both in battle tactics and the management of armies. He will make a fine commander one day, I am sure. Let's go ahead and see. He got 3 stars, so he is a skilled tactician. He's callous. So being called both heartless and cold-blooded, Kathleen is indifferent to most. He's also arrogant. Kathleen has no problem with his sense of worth. And he's greedy, which is actually sinful. Kathleen keeps a tight grip on his purse and is always looking for ways to engorge it. Now, let's see. What was your... Marshal is only 6? That is a shame. Because I wanted to put you on my council, but I really can't replace someone with 23 marshal with someone with 6 marshal, can I? That is a shame. What I will do, though, I will go ahead and try and find you a wife if we pause the game here. Now, we could go for an alliance, but I actually think, as far as alliances go, or maybe we should find an alliance for... We don't really need an alliance right now. We're in a good spot. But what I think would be a good idea is to get Kathleen here, my son, because he is the next king of Ireland, if all things go smoothly. If we can try and get him a strong alliance, I think that would be good. What about Cummin here? She is Gaelic. She is Catholic, though. But we do have Insular Gaelic here. She's 14, so only 2 years younger. She's forgiving, honest, and patient. Let's see. So there's no conflicting personality traits there. She is in the Isles. So we could get an alliance there with the Isles. They would both get good prestige as well. Do you know, I think that's actually a very good marriage. Let's go ahead and send off that proposal there. I think he would be very appreciative of that one. We can call on allies. We're not going to bother with that. Family members can get married. Okay, we just dealt with that one game. Looks like there's a fight going down here. We're actually looking to lose this one. And to the charming High King Fairchild of Ireland, I gladly accept your betrothal proposition. Your son and heir, Kathleen, will be betrothed to my daughter, Ekrad. There we go, excellent. So my first son there does have at least a betrothal. Now we could call the Isles into war here as well, because they are also insular. How many men do you have? 3,100, do you know what? Let's actually go ahead and call them to war. Probably spending more prestige than we have to. But I think it makes a very good statement to the Danelaw here, that they are not welcome, and that at least the Irish have strong alliances and now a strong foothold in the British Isles. And there we go. Of course, I should join you in this war. Our foes shall learn to fear the men of the Isles. Excellent. There we go. Definitely a lot of people on our side in this war. So we're almost done with this siege here. Just another 3 months. We have Sweden, I believe this is, coming in to support us as well. Maybe they should have attacked the Danelaw lands up here. Court Jester Sunday Roast. My jester, Maelcorgus, is known for his fantastically entertaining insults. And as it happens, he is standing face to face with my spymaster, Murgle. I am just in time to hear a particularly scathing roast. You ever... Oh gosh. Oh no. You evil, libidinist, and miserable witch. Your foolishness and wickedness are legendary. You are a shiver, looking for a spine to run up. You queen. Maelcorgus says, as if possessed by Satan. Murgle's face is red, but she knows that I am watching, so she manages some pained laughter. We are quite stressed. That was a good roast, a very good roast indeed. Yeah, I think so. So far, we have quite encouraged the banter there from Maelcorgus, so let's carry on with that little supporting his jokes. I think we punished him by making him our jester, right? But so far, he's actually been taking his job very well. My daughter, oh Grain, you have been so brave, so strong, words cannot describe my love for you. And now we have a perfect little daughter. Who will you become, my child, and what shall I call you? Wait, what? How old are you? You're 40? Another child? Okay, so we have another daughter. Let's give her a good insular name. Let's go ahead and call her Bridget. There we go. Did she get born with any traits? She did not. Born with 1 prowess, though. Maybe that's normal. I'm not quite sure. But yeah, we do have another child, which is nice. Now, we have won the siege from Felix, and with it taking some gold as well. One of our swords has low durability. But we need an antiquarian. Okay, let's go ahead and hire an antiquarian. I thought we had one, but maybe they passed at some point. Let's see. Elbridge here. She's insular Irish. She is average at this position. Let's go ahead and appoint her as our antiquarian. And now we should be able to repair the sword. We can't repair the sword because we need another 24 gold. We'll have to do that once we're done with this war. Now, this army, I think we're going to... The Danelaw isn't really interested in this war. Let's see, we'll begin taking them to the capital, just in case this siege here isn't enough. And we do have an event in our court right now. Let's see, it's my player heir. So Kathnia and the antiquarian. Looks like my son's about to get jealous here. Why would you honour that coward Elbrig with a position at court and not me? My son and heir Kathnia is livid. Apparently he had been certain that the honour would befall him and no one else. We could make him our High Almoner. That gives us court grandeur, it gives us more piety. And for him, it gives him learning and prestige. The High Almoner is in charge of distributing arms to the deserving poor and other subjects in need. Yeah, let's go ahead and give that to him. That shouldn't be too bad. And whilst we're speaking of my heir, I almost forgot to go into my champions here and disallow him from being a champion. There we go, my player heir's son and the High Almoner. Let's go ahead and forbid him from being a champion, just so he doesn't meet an early death. We can go ahead and hold court as well. I think I'm going to wait for that one. Let's go ahead and finish the war first, just so we maximize our number of our events. I don't know if that's really a thing, but it doesn't make sense to hold court really whilst we're at war. We can ask our head of faith for gold, so I will go ahead and do that. That would actually let us repair our sword as well. In my attempts to align High Chieftain Joshua to my interests, I have found an opportunity. I think I could argue that our goals are in fact the same. As I dictate my next letter, I emphasize those... You do you know what? Even though we've had our conflicts and he has led rebellions, I think we do have the same interest at heart, and that's what's best for Ireland. So I will go ahead and emphasize those shared interests. We gain 75 prestige there, and he does gain 50 opinion of us. There we go. So we are able to see eye to eye on that matter. Meanwhile, the Pope here, I have considered your plight and decided to grant your request. May these funds bring you victory in your war against King Ivor. I will use this wealth wisely. Indeed, I will. And I think the Pope is actually terrified of us. I just noticed in the bottom corner there. Now, let's go ahead and repair our sword. We don't want to lose this. In fact, is this the sword we're currently using? We're not. We're using a Bilger sword. So maybe I should actually just reforge this sword and put it in my court. If we reforge it, it only costs 1, and we gain 0.01 prestige a month and 3 natural dread. Let's do it, because we don't have any other use for it. And then if we go into our court, we should be able to pull it on display with Excalibur. There we go. It's not as impressive as Excalibur, but it's nice nonetheless to have that on show there. Now we can call a hunt, we can host a feast. We're not going to bother with those right now, because we are in the middle of a war, but maybe that's something we can look at doing after we've won the war. Okay, we're going to need to bring these men back. No, we should be fine. We have plenty of allies around here. Witchcraft induction. You learned of Sarah's witch secret. Okay. You're my daughter as well. So my daughter is a witch. Is that a sin to our religion? Let's go ahead and see. Witchcraft is criminal. Right. So we're going to want to keep that one a secret, because I think she's also my friend. Let's go ahead and see. My daughter... Okay, this is not the daughter who's my friend, but still, I wouldn't want to... Oh, especially as she's married to the King of Sweden. I wouldn't want to put that in jeopardy. We could expose it, but I'm not going to do that. I really don't think that's a good idea at all. Alright, let's go back to this siege. This siege is done in 3 weeks. And we do have a new champion. And it looks like my acquaintance has died. She was my court physician and also mentoring quite a few of my children here. Right, so what we need to do now is first, let's go ahead and find a new court physician. Is there anyone good at this role? There is not. You have high learning. And you're already my antiquarian. Do you know what? You have 3-star learning too. I'm going to actually make you my court physician, and you can learn to be good at the role. So that will be fine. Now, what I also need to do though, because children lack guardians. My daughter here, she was on a learning focus. She was, right. Let's go ahead and have my new court physician teach her. And then, what about my son, Chad? You're my second son. What are you learning? You're learning. I'm actually going to teach you myself, my second son. There we go. I think that would be good, just in case my first son, anything happens to him. Right, that's all looking good. Let's go back to here. We're about to finish this siege. Now we're educating child. Yunis Mon is under siege. Okay, that's up here. That's fine. We should be able to stop that in time. 3 days left on this siege. There we go. So we've won the siege. We have managed to take a prisoner, which is nice. And we got 24 gold from winning that siege. Now, unfortunately, this is going to take 17 months. I think I really need to go ahead and bring you over here, or at least put you on this hill here. And maybe my allies can come and help me fight these guys back. It does look like they're going to move in, so that's good. Can we catch up to them before they cross the river? We cannot. If we go across here, that's probably not going to be very good for us, is it? I don't want to be the first army to go across. Okay, there we go. We're not going to be the first army to go across. So now if we go across and support them, we should hopefully win this battle. We definitely have the numbers advantage. I just hope we don't lose anyone too important here. There we go. Let's go ahead and see the details of this battle. So one of our soldiers was wounded. We wounded plenty of theirs. Sadly, looks like one of our... someone died. It might have been someone from the Isles, actually, looking at this, because they are Gaelic. But we did capture 2 prisoners as well. So I'd say overall we actually won that conflict there. What I might do now, because the capital is going to take so long to siege, I think what's best to do is actually maybe go and take some of their minor settlements here. So if we go something like this, that should be all fine, although their units are retreating this way. That's a tad annoying, but it should be fine. Let's go ahead and get rid of all this. We can always click on those after. Yeah, it looks like their men are coming back. Hopefully one of our allies goes to deal with that. I'm a little bit doubtful on whether they will or not, though. Let's see, 4 months. Yeah, it's a bit annoying. Maybe I should have left an army there. A lesson in Lucre. My son Fairchild has just finished a lesson held by Les on the management of the treasury and the gold therein. Fairchild seems to have taken the lesson to heart with a reinforced sense of justice. He is constantly talking about how everyone from the highest High King to the lowest Scouder plays their part in the economy of the realm. And let's see, so he keeps the trait just. I like that. There we go. A strong sense of justice will endear you to the people. At least my second son is looking a bit more righteous than my heir. And I'm actually really going to have to send... The problem with Crusader Kings, if I bring my 2 armies down here, all of my allies are also going to come down here, even though I don't need them to. And it's a little bit tedious because they could be sieging these lands for me, but they're choosing not to. We do have a well-organized levy service, though. The Earldom of Ossory gained organized service for 5 years, so plus 5% holding taxes. That's looking very nice. Hopefully we can stop this siege in time. It doesn't look like we're going to, though. That sucks. Okay, these guys are carrying on the siege at least. So Sweden actually helping us disarm it. Okay. Never mind, I spoke a bit too soon. Looks like Sweden's not going to help us with the siege there. You no longer have an alliance with Magnus Hafnesson because he is no longer a ruler. Okay. You are married to Skafak, my daughter and friend. Okay. What was your previous title? I don't actually know how to check that. In fact, I think we can check that. Can't we go on... So my daughter and friend. You. Can we... okay, no we can't. I thought there was something similar to this. Like see memories of the character. Oh wait, maybe there was. Yeah, there. I thought that was learning... okay. Let's see. For the High Chieftain of Jedison. So... he now has your lands, I assume? Where's this to? Oh, down in Dorset. No, that would be the Eldom. Okay, I don't know how to actually check that, but let's go back to fighting this army here. Let's do something I do know how to do. There we go, the Battle of Landrindod. Good old Welsh names there. High Chieftain Joshua is also swayed, so he's at 100 relation now. Let's see, is there anyone in my council that needs swaying? Maybe my Chancellor here. Let's go ahead and sway him. Just for a little bit here. Get that back up to 100 relations. We should win this battle fairly easily. There we go. The enemy banner. The Battle of Furlix ended in an astounding victory. I eagerly listened to the messenger as he reads the report from my commander, Duke Les, then turned to the soldiers before me. My lord, we cornered the remaining enemies as they made a valiant stand. They gave their lives protecting this banner. Natural trip. Now, whilst it would be nice to keep this banner for the statistics, I don't think it's right having a banner that isn't Welsh in Wales, right? Or even Irish. So I think pull it on the celebration pyre. We don't need this useless token. We will destroy it and burn it and gain a little bit prestige as well. So let's go ahead and do that. I think that's suitable. Burying the hatchet. High King Fairchad, we have had our differences in the past, but don't you agree that it is time to let bygones be bygones? My rival and vassal, High Chieftain Joshua, gestures from me to him. Whatever is between us, let us start anew. So we stop being rivals. Yes, let us. There we go. My brother-in-law, finally. Looks like we are working together for the same goal after a lifetime of disagreement there. And we managed to kill quite a few of their champions, and we did manage to get a prisoner as well. We're going to have to go through and sort our dungeons. But let's recapture this. It's going to take us 4 months. We do get another 11 gold, which is quite funny. It looks like enough time has passed to replenish the gold there. And Sarah does come of age as well. I am proud to see my daughter no longer as a child, but as an adult. With sufficient tutelage, even a child that has displayed little natural inclination towards scholarship, such as Sarah, can come to truly understand any subject. An avid learner, she has become quite the purveyor of knowledge and has proven herself fully capable of structuring advanced theoretical and theological arguments. Let's see. So she got a free start learning and she now can marry the King of Sweden here. They grew up so fast. Indeed they do. And we go ahead and click this and send the proposal. It looks like we're finally going to get a proper tie here with Sweden. I gladly accept your marriage proposal. I will graciously take the hand of your daughter Sarah in holy matrimony. May Saint Brid bless our union. Excellent. There we go. So that's it's looking very good actually. Sweden still has lands over here, which I find kind of funny. But we go over here. Sweden is doing very well for themselves. So that looks like a good, strong ally to have. For sure. Let's continue with this siege though. Looks like Sweden are finally going to siege some more of the Danelaw lands. That's nice for us. Betrothed can marry again. Let's see. My heir and son can finally marry his wife. So let's go ahead and send off that proposal there. And there we go. They do accept that one as well. So a nice little important part of the realm there. Some important marriages. My first daughter and first son being married off. Or my second daughter, sorry. We do win that siege and get some more gold. It looks like the enemy are coming back once again. So let's go ahead and try and fight them. Inheritance. You inherited the earldom of Leinster from Chieftain Slabine of Leinster. And we also got Slabine's Spear. +2 prowess. Your counsellor, Sabine, died of old age. Now, wasn't this the knight who really wanted some land, so I just gave him Leinster? But he never had any children, I guess. We do have an empty council position for a marshal now, though. Now, I know my son, he already has 10 marshal, actually. I might just give it to my son so he can train up in this position and increase his marshal for when he becomes heir or becomes king of Ireland one day. I think that's a good idea. So let's go ahead and try and fight this army and cut them off here. We do have some reinforcements. Oh, we have quite a lot of reinforcements, actually. There we go. We do manage to capture half of that army in battle. Or at least intercept, sorry. Let's go ahead and add a commander here. This army didn't actually have a commander. And we have managed to capture Duke Tyke here of Powys, which is probably quite an important prisoner, actually, because we are fighting to get these lands for ourselves. We could ransom them, but let's go ahead and keep them for the war score. We are at 91%. And then let's go ahead and intercept this second army. I think this battle would actually be enough here. Did Sweden still never actually intercepted those lands? Okay. I think this will be enough to actually win the war. It should be a very easy battle as well. Oh, but first we have loyalty or fear. As their high king, my vassals owe me their allegiance. My word is law, but how much is obedience without devotion worth? In times of crisis, a slow response or a half-hearted effort can lead to disaster. Can I afford such a risk? I will win their unwavering loyalty. You gain generous liege for 10 years, minus 5% vassal taxes, but plus 15 direct vassal opinion. I think that's a good idea. Yes, I will win their unwavering loyalty. Loyalty is everything. 98% war score, that sucks. We did manage to capture a prisoner, though. Let's go ahead and look at the battle. No casualties there, but we did capture 2 prisoners, which is looking nice. Is there any other easy battles to be had here? I don't think so. What I might do is just sit here and see where this army goes. Okay, they've gone this way. We might have to chase after them here just to get that last 2% war score. If we can fight them, it should be good. In fact, there we go. The war fort finally takes over. So let's go ahead and enforce our demands here. Greetings, High King Felchad of Ireland. Blessings upon you and your house. You are a much greater foe than I imagined. In order to put an end to this bloodshed, I will comply with your demands. So there we go. We get all territory within King Ivor's realm that is part of the Earldom of Powys. Duke Tyke becomes our vassal. Your allies shared 200 prestige. We gain 100 devotion. King Ivor loses 200 prestige. And Insularism and Asatru's fervor also changed there. So let's go ahead and disband our armies now. We need to go ahead and look at this guy. He is Welsh, but he is Asatru. Now, let's see. Just, vengeful, and arrogant. You are an elusive shadow, though. However, if you convert back to Asatru, I will let you maintain your Welsh lands because you are Welsh. In fact, are you... Your father was Norse. What about your mother? Your mother was Norse as well. So are you truly Welsh? Now that's the problem. We can't just revoke title because it would be tyranny, wouldn't it? It would. Yeah, it would be a large amount of tyranny. Can we... We can't demand conversion. However, we negotiate release and demand conversion. We could also ask him to renounce his claims and banish him. Nope. Gain a weak hook? No. So he will accept. Let's go ahead and do that. As long as you convert to Insularism. He is also Welsh. So he's been raised in Wales, although under Norse parents. So Is he really Welsh? To my liege, I have no choice but to accept your conditions for my release. Farewell, Tyke. There we go. And then what we can also do... that's a problem, though. Because we're the King of Wales, we can't put him under this guy. Okay. That's, we're going to have to worry about him then, because he is an elusive shadow and he doesn't like us. In fact, he doesn't like us that much at all. Minus 57. So what I'm going to go ahead and do here, I'm actually going to go ahead and try to sway him, just so we prevent any more rebellions. Let's see, can we modify feudal contract? He's exempt. I don't like that. There's nothing we can do about that, though. That's fine. Kingdom of Wales won't be ours eventually. Our second son is going to take that. Will this guy accept vassalage? He still doesn't want vassalage. That's fine. But I think that's been a very successful episode. Now, we could go ahead and check our prisoners in house arrest. Let's see. You're from another land, so let's go ahead and ransom you for 50 gold. That's fine. You're also in house arrest. You're also from another land. Can I ransom you? 50 gold as well. Nice. You're in house arrest. You're also from another land. Let's see if we can ransom you. We can negotiate release, though. In fact, I'm just going to go ahead and release you. Okay, we have to... There we go. You're in the dungeon. These guys are all in my dungeon from previously, I believe. So we will go ahead and leave those guys there. But these guys who have come from another land, somewhere over here, we will let them go free. Sadly, though, that's all I have time for today. We have regained a little bit more of Wales, and we've also beat back the Danelaw, which is really important. The Danelaw are looking really bad now. In fact, they're also in another war here. What is this for? This is involved up here, though. But I think it won't be too long now before we see the Danelaw completely eradicated from Britain. And then we just have to deal with a few more Norse people. And I would say Britain has been reclaimed then. But that's it for today. I will be back on Thursday with another episode of Crusader Kings 3. Thank you for watching, and I will see you then.